For me, if when I was growing up as a teenager, I was asking myself, okay, what's the point of living? Why do I feel alone? I went through this difficult period that I felt lost. Did that happen to you guys too?
What I've learned in life is the teenage years are really the hardest ones, and everything after that. Once you get through high school and get into the real world, because it really is the real world, things kind of go in your favor a bit more, because high school is very cliquey and not everyone understands each other and gets along with each other. And I was lucky to have, a good close knit friendship with a lot of people, and we got involved with music and rehearsing and playing music with each other every day, and it was a really good outlet for us. But it was, high school really is so unimportant on the grand scheme of things, and when you get into your 20s and 30s, you'll start to figure things out, and things are pretty awesome once you figure things out.
I mean, everything you do in life is always a learning process, and there's always going to be a learning curve. So after high school, when you go to college and then you graduate college, or if you don't go to college, you just start working, you have to learn how to, do your own laundry and pay your own rent and do your own groceries. And it's it's just a fact of life. You have to learn that stuff. And when you do learn that stuff, it's the best feeling in the world, because then you feel comfortable that you're supporting yourself, and you feel almost liberated that you're making your own living and you're making your own life. And it's a great feeling.
That is true, and I think I was talking to Gerard just a minute ago, and what he said that you have to find yourself, and from that moment when you find yourself, everything gets a little bit easier. Was it? When did you guys find yourself? When did you decide this is how I want to live my life at this moment?
I think for us it was at least for me, it was when the band got signed, because we were all doing a number of different jobs at that point, and when this thing that we'd been involved in part of for so long finally got recognized and noticed, and we got a record deal, then everything kind of just fell into place, and then felt comfortable and normal again.
Yeah, we worked so hard, and it took until being like 28 years old to finally say, okay, now I'm finally where I've always wanted to be. And now it's just sustaining that and doing that. But it took a long time. Some people fall into it early, and some people have to fight for 20, 30 years to get to where they're going to be. But just keep on fighting.
You're 32, right? How old are you?
31.
31. Well, what I saw, I'm 30, and what I noticed that when around your 30s, you start asking yourself questions. Okay, is this really what I want to do? What else do I want to get out of life? Did you guys go through the same things?
Well, it's your goals and your dreams change when you get older too. When I was 16, my dream was to be the drummer of a rock band, and now that I'm a drummer of a rock band, I have different dreams and different goals, and you just have to go with it, because you don't really know if they're right or not, but you just know they're happening, and things will make sense. It's just different. Yeah.
Well, that's also something that I wanted to talk about, and this might be a little sensitive, so tell me if you don't want to talk about it. But what I saw, you guys are from Canada, right? What I saw when I went to the States and when I talked to American people is that it's like really different. Their society game plan is a little bit, okay, you meet someone, you get married quite fast, and then, you go on with life, you get kids and stuff. But it seems like people are always following these patterns without really, really thinking if that is what they want. They're like following it without thinking about it. What do you guys think about that? Have you noticed that too? And how is it for you personally?
I think that those templates are there as a basis for life. I mean, no one's telling you to do that. It's just there as a level of normalcy, I think. Yeah. And if you don't want to do that, you shouldn't have to do that, and you don't have to live your life like that. You could live whatever kind of lifestyle you'd like. So you don't have to really follow that template. But I think it's there just as a a role model to, for general population to look up to.
Yeah, you might be right, but don't you think that it's also maybe sometimes forcing people to automatically follow that path, that they're like on autopilot for their lives and they don't even think about it anymore?
I think it's also the way kids are brought up. If you have parents that are telling you to follow your dreams since you're a kid, you're going to follow your dreams. But if you're a parent and your 16-year-old son wants to be the drummer of a band or go to school to be an accountant, I think 90% of parents would push their child to go be an accountant and become someone who sits at a desk and gets a paycheck, because becoming a drummer of a band is just it's just impossible. You can't do that. So it's the way people are brought up, and a lot of parents, it's sad, but they think that the best thing for their children really is the worst thing for them, because it's more of their dreams and their goals, and they didn't have stability maybe because it was different when our parents were teenagers. So now to see their child be stable and get a job and get benefits is all they really care about. They don't really think about, is it making my son or my daughter happy? And the kids are lying to themselves and lying to their parents because they're trying to make their parents proud, which you can commend kids for doing that. And it's a tough struggle, because as a child you got to figure out, do I make my parents happy? Do I make them sad and try to fulfill my dreams? Why can't they just be happy for me? And which sucks. You just have to have parents that are very, very strong-willed, I guess.
Yeah.
If you do follow your dreams and you're successful at it, your parents will be extremely happy with you. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
If they ever thought, if you ever thought that your parents were pushing you into like a normal job when you were younger and you just didn't do that, and then when you're playing a band for a living and you're really successful at it, it's, I've seen parents super happy and proud now, and that's cool. I think it's good. Maybe they had a kind of an awakening that, wow, my son or daughter could have done this the whole time.
That is true, but it's hard, no? I mean, for you guys, it must have been very damn hard, too.
Well, also, if you have parents that, if you follow your dreams and you fail, at least you can say you tried. Because the last thing you want to do is be 60 years old thinking, I could have done, you can look at the TV screen at that person on the TV and say, I could do that, I could have done that, I could have done that. You could say it your whole life. Unless you try it, go out and do it, and then you'll know if you can do it or not. And maybe you're going to be amazing at it. Maybe you're going to suck at it. As long as you try. That's all you can really ask for.
Yeah, I think that's an important message for the kids out there. Now, unfortunately, I want to keep on talking with you, but I mean, we have to leave. So, but thank you very much for this. But do you have any last words that you want to throw out there for the kids, like an important message?
I guess follow your dreams. The moral is follow your dreams, and don't ever feel pressured into doing something you don't want to do. And if you're confident that you want to go down that avenue and do something that you like doing, then it's so important that you just go ahead and do it.